Hey fam, hope you can see this okay. Basically my husband left the tripod up in the loft and then put the ladder up, so I can't get it anymore, so I thought I'd just use my unit. Anyway, hello, welcome to March. Can't believe it's here already. I thought I would come on today and tell you a bit about contraceptive. One of the topics that was sent to us from Channel Mom is all about contraceptive. That's quite a long word actually, isn't it? But anyway, I'll just get started and tell you about what we do or what we have done in the past, what I've tried, what I haven't tried, and my experiences. So I went on the pill. I can't even remember what name it was. It was just like the general, I think it was like microgynon. My mum was on it when I was about 16, when I first started having sex, basically. I told my mum when I had sex for the first time. We're a pretty open family, and she put me straight on the pill, so that was fine. And it didn't really affect me at all. I didn't really notice any changes. I didn't put on any weight. It was really good for me. Obviously I didn't get pregnant in that time, which is what I didn't want because I was at school and college and all that jazz. But I came off it. When did I come off it? Came off it in 2013. So I was on it for a pretty long time. On and off, kind of. I'd used to have because I wasn't in a relationship, I just had a break from it because I didn't need it anymore and stuff. But anyway, yeah, 2013 we got married. I basically just stopped taking the pill. We knew we wanted children. We didn't know when it was going to be. Nothing was planned. A month after we got married, we fell pregnant with Frankie. I wasn't on any contraceptive or anything, so yeah, it happened and we were pretty happy. It was fine. We didn't get to go on a honeymoon or anything, but that's just the way it was. Franks is now here. She's now 2.5 years old. After I had Frankie, I breastfed for about 10 months until she naturally weaned herself off the breast, and I was also back to work, so that was probably a combination of the two. And so I didn't go on anything at all. What we used was basically he just pulled out. Pretty gross, but it worked for us for all that time, for the 10 months that we weren't using anything after birth. But obviously you didn't have as much sex after you have a baby, so it probably helped as well, that. But I know when I'm ovulating, wasn't using any ovulation tests or anything because, well, we didn't want a kid. So I knew when we were ovulating, there's lots of changes like in my breast, and I just can feel it as well if I get like ovulation pains. So during that time we just didn't have sex, which was fine, it was easy to do. And then when we did have sex, when it wasn't a fertile time, he just withdrew. So yeah, that's what we did until I finished the breastfeeding, and then I went back on the pill. For some reason it just did not agree with me. It was exactly the same one as I took before. Obviously my hormones had completely changed. I had a child, but yeah, it just completely did not agree with me whatsoever. A combination of stopping breastfeeding and just my lifestyle in general. I put on quite a bit of weight. After birth I went back to pretty much nearly the same size, give or take a few more pounds. But yeah, basically I piled it on. It was 6 months after the breastfeeding had stopped and I've been on the pill. I actually fell pregnant again. It was a chemical pregnancy, so I don't know if you can even count it as a pregnancy. It's literally so early on we lost this, well, cells, embryo, whatever it's gonna be called. Yeah, it was just after my period. I found out early, and then 4 days after my period was due I started bleeding, so it was just like a heavy period really. I can't really class it as a miscarriage. I think it was more of a chemical pregnancy. So obviously the pill didn't work for us then. I don't know why, but I was pretty good at taking it. Obviously your brain's all over the place, especially after having a child, so maybe I just forgot, who knows. But anyway, after that incident, we decided that we didn't want to have any more babies for a time. Frankie was 18 months, around 18 months, so we decided to wait until she was 2. So I went on the depot injection, which is basically it stops you, I think it stops you ovulating for 3 months. And so it's quite a good protection. You go into the doctors and they basically put an injection into this like top area of your bum, leg, around here. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold going on, as you can probably hear, still coming out, one of them long colds. So yeah, I had the injection at the depot, and yeah, never again. You're meant to not have periods. I had regular periods, so I'm guessing I probably still ovulated then. I don't even know. It made me moody, it made me grumpy, it made me unhappy, it made me fat. I don't know whether it's because I was kind of mourning a possible pregnancy as well. I overate. I'm still battling with I put on 2 stone since like before Frankie, so 2 stone. Still battling that, still overeating. But yeah, just never would go on that again. It just completely did not agree with me. I was just grumpy, bloated, my boobs got big, and it was just disgusting. So the 3 months passed, and then we went back to just withdrawing. The withdrawal method, that just worked for us until Frankie turned 2, which was in October. So it's been 6 months since then. We haven't been doing the withdrawal method, we've been doing the D's normally, and we still haven't conceived, which is quite a shock. I think I had another chemical pregnancy. The first month we did try to conceive in October when Frankie was 2. So this is October last year, so 2016. Yeah, it was again the same thing. I had a positive pregnancy test, my period came 4 days later. My period didn't come, and then 4 days later I started bleeding. It was quite heavy, so I guess that was another chemical pregnancy. So I wasn't sure what was going on then. I did go and get checked out like internally. I paid for a private scan and everything is absolutely fine. So there's no reason why we shouldn't conceive. I just think it's just taken a bit longer. 6 months I know isn't a long time, but when you really want something, and how quickly we conceived with Frankie as well, we weren't even trying really, just wait and see what happened. I expected it to happen straight away, so I've been doing a lot of research and trying a few different things. I'm using ovulation tests now. I started using them last month, so that's quite interesting to find out when I am ovulating. And yeah, just trying a few like different things. I've made some other videos on that, like our journey through, but obviously we're not pregnant yet, so who knows if they're gonna work or not. But yeah, that's all I've ever been on, is the pill and the depot. I know there's loads of other stuff out there and loads of different types of contraceptive. I did think of the coil at one point, but after I had Frankie, I never knew I had it. I've actually got a tilted womb, so yeah, I don't think the coil would really work for me. When I have like smear tests and stuff, it is really painful, and some like sex positions are a little bit painful as well. So yeah, that's just because of the tilted womb, and certain times of the month it gets a bit worse, and it's quite far back, so it like presses on my bowels. Well, I think it does. My mum has it as well, so it's obviously like a family trait. Who knows, Frankie might even have it as well. Just have to wait and see when she gets older. It doesn't affect me from day to day, and from what I've been told, it doesn't affect like fertility. Obviously we've had Frank, so who knows. Yeah, so I don't think the coil would work for us. Me, it's always women, isn't it? But yeah, there's loads of different options. There's loads of different pills as well. I know there's a mini pill. I've just heard bad things about that. I know that like some of my family members have got pregnant on it as well, so I wouldn't want to risk it. But yeah, I'm not sure what we'll do. If hopefully, fingers crossed, we conceive soon or in this next year and we have another baby, I'm not sure what we do. Obviously I would want to breastfeed again, like that's the plan, if I can do. So we probably would do withdrawal method. We know that works for us, and I know when I'm ovulating pretty well, so we know that that is a good way of doing it. But yeah, I just wish there was more options out there. I know there is a lot, but I wish there was something for men. I don't know if I'd trust men to take it or not, even if it was just they got an injection once a year or once every 6 months or something. Like, wish it just wasn't always down to us. We have to go through the gruels of pregnancy, ovulation, periods. Men basically don't have anything, so why, surely they should, please technology, just advance in medicine and let the men do something for once. But yeah, at least we're in control, that's what I always think, which is a good thing for a woman. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up now as I'm just blabbering on about men. That could be a whole nother video, who knows. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm going to link down below in the description box Channel Mum and what they're doing with contraceptions, big chats on that this month. So if that interests you, give it a little click down below. Don't forget to subscribe, give this a thumbs up if you like it, and peace out.